Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of Fall Guys. Today I'm going to show you how I became a speedrunner in the game. Well, sort of. So, you might know recently from the last video I actually installed the stats mod, Fall Guys stats mod, so I could keep track of my time in the levels. The thing is about this stats mod, it also has a very cool little database in it that shows you the time of everybody else. So you can see actually what position you are against everyone else, what platform they play on, their username and everything. It's really cool and really awesome. So, Unexplored Adventures is the name of the game in this episode because I spent the last 7 days speedrunning as many levels as I could. And here I'll just be showing you some of my best times and some of my favourite levels. And in the time that I get through each level, I'll have a bit of time, again there's a lot of time in this episode, to kind of rate these levels, what I thought. So this one is one of the hardest ones we had in the most recent thing of Unexplored Adventures. As you can see, I was really struggling here, and yet this was still my fastest time through this level. I had a lot of actual attempts where certain parts were way quicker, and I didn't keep messing up, but unfortunately this was my overall best time in this level. I really hate this obstacle. I just couldn't really get over it. In the end, I kind of glitch under it, and that's how I managed to complete this one. It's a bit too difficult for me, but that's my best time in that one anyway. So that was R, and this is Back in Slime. Now this is another quite difficult one, specifically the last part of this level is really hard. And yes, I failed the hammer. Did I fail the hammer twice? No, we actually got it the second time. I can't remember. These are days worth of recordings. It was actually really fun playing the game in this way, and I'd really recommend, like, if you're getting a bit bored of the same old levels, just play Unexplored Adventures. There's so many awesome creative levels in this. You grind crown shards really quickly, and just get a bunch more crowns. And as well as that, if you get the Fall Guys stats mod, you have a nice little leaderboard to go up against other people in and see how good you are at the game around the world. I'd kind of really like to see an actual in-game leaderboard of this type, because obviously it should be possible to keep track of everyone's time in all the levels. I just hope it wouldn't open itself to people, you know, like cheating or exploiting the game or something. Now this level has some very tricky bits. Overall, it's a nice design, and that was my fastest time through it. Pleased with that one. Alright, next up we've got Tool Up, Winter Season Fall Guys. This level has some really annoying bits, some super challenging, just, I don't want to say randomness, because it's not random, it's just annoying. But anyway, overall, I guess I'm not really rating these levels out of 10, but this one, I don't know if I'd rate it that highly. This was such a nice run though. It took me a lot of attempts to get this, and you can tell when someone's played a level a lot, because this should look like that. I knew the fastest way, and this is the most annoying section for me. And yet, somehow, we almost did it perfectly apart from that last bit there. Unfortunate, that bit is just really difficult. And just super frustrating as well. Now, I'm pretty sure that this section on this map is actually faster if you just go straight down, because you're not running uphill. You don't have to avoid the obstacles, and you can just take some bouncy pads up to the end. We're already almost at the end. We've got through some incredibly difficult bits. You can see the other beans still struggling down there back in time. And this was before they added skill-based matchmaking to this. I'm in two minds about skill-based matchmaking in this show. I can't really see the point of it, because everyone can get crown shards pretty much. It makes the rounds quicker for me, but it also takes a lot more time to actually load into them. Oh, I better hurry up on this one, this was a quick run. So this is Mound Mountain by Level Design Guy, who makes loads of levels, and loads of really good ones. And this was pretty much my only chance at the middle path on this. I only got to play this level I think 3 times, and that was the fastest time I did it. It's a great one, that really satisfying and really quick. Oh, again, I'll have to hurry up on this one. This is Zelda is Bananas. This is kind of a good level. But there's a massive, massive shortcut You could just jump straight off spawn and get yourself an 11-second run like that on that one. So I'm already speedrunning the new lot of levels we have on this. By the way, this one's Birthday Bonanza. And I kind of wanted to get this one out before these levels were out of rotation in Unexplored Adventures. But I've just been really enjoying the show, and I just kept playing it instead of actually editing a video. So this is, again, weirdly enough, my fastest run at this level. This one took me a good few attempts to figure out the timing of bits near the end. But eventually I got it. Although I didn't actually play this one that many times either. I think I only played this one about 4 times overall. That's the trouble with Unexplored Adventures. You don't really get to choose which level you get, and there's a lot of them. So for anyone bored of the old Fall Guys levels, really, just play this show. There's so much. It's not all amazing, but a lot of it is great. Here's Skiffle Remix. This level is so great. It's just really fun. It's a great one to speedrun. And I didn't even do well in this. Look at this. And yet it's still my fastest time. This would have been so much quicker if I didn't hit my head right there. I had some way faster runs, but they just weren't actually fast. It's really weird how that kind of thing happens. You feel like you've done really fast in a speedrun sometimes, but you actually haven't, according to the time. I don't understand. Okay, this next one is Reborn with the Wind, I think? Let me just check my little notepad list. Yeah, Reborn with the Wind. It took me ages to figure out how to even do this level. I hate it. I really hate it, but I also kind of like it. So the trick to doing that section is to not press anything. As soon as you're in the wind, don't hold forwards. Just let go of your controller. You can put your controller down, leave the room, the level will complete itself. See, I wasn't even first here, and that was my fastest time. Embarrassing, but a cool level. Okay, this is Lemongrass. I don't know why it's called that. This is one of the hardest levels in this previous selection of Unexplored Adventures. But there's a saving grace. This is my second time through the level, and I found a few shortcuts. I thought the first one was there, it wasn't, so that wasted a bit of time. I only got to play this level 3 times, and this was my quickest. So here's the first shortcut. Yeah, you can avoid a lot of this level. I did play this full level legitimately. It took me about 4 minutes to beat it. This timer is a little bit quicker than that, and it also means you have to watch less video. Yay! You're probably watching this video sped up anyway, because I'm not cutting these, because then you'd think I cheated. I know it would still show the timer down the bottom, but these levels are going to be full and uncut, so you can see exactly what I did in each one. And again, I'm not showing all of the levels that were in this Unexplored Adventures playlist, because that would just be too long. I wasn't fast enough to make that into a concise video, I'm sorry. I'm also not showing a lot of the kind of recreations of existing Fall Guys levels, because they're not that interesting. Okay, it's sewer time. This level looks so amazing. This is classic sewer. It's what you say when sewer makes a really terrible joke, or something. That was a really terrible joke. If my name was Sewer, you could say classic sewer, telling awful jokes. Now, I was actually in the lobby of the person that had the fastest time on this level, at least at the time. I don't know if they still do. Kenny Shield, who is an absolute machine at this game somehow. I wish they'd record videos, because I'd love to see what they do, but I was in the same lobby as them for one of their runs on this, and they absolutely zoomed through this. They got all the speed boosts without getting hit by any of the boom blasters at the beginning of that part of the level. And this was just the best I could do, unfortunately. I had better times at each individual section. Like here I fell over. But this was my best overall time. I just couldn't quite chain everything together. And I played this one a good 8 times. The fan blocks are really hard to consistently get, for me anyway. This is one of the levels that's actually in Solo Show now. One of our 2 new creative levels that's made it to that that's really nicely done. I'll probably pronounce it wrong, but this is Ruta La Silver, which is like route through the something. Jungle maybe? I don't know. It looks like a jungle route, doesn't it? I've never actually played this one on video yet, so I can give a full review, I guess. Really nicely detailed level. It's great to see people putting in just like a great eye with the design here. This looks very close to being a proper Unity level. And it just shows the kind of thing we can look forward to in the future as we get access to more creative tools and stuff like that. Now, I learned a little trick on this one. I wish I'd started moving a bit quicker, but check this out. This is Rebound, where normally you'd have to go press a button at the other side to turn off that. Instead, you can just jump over from the beginning. Now, this is a fun one. This is Monster Forest Road with the secret slide. Look at this, you can slide down this. It doesn't look like a slide, does it? It just looks like grass. But it's not. It's slidey green stuff. Now there's a new version of this level which is apparently completable in a few seconds, because since I played it, someone, or like 2 or 3 people, finished this in about 5 seconds, so there's a huge skip somewhere. But this is my fastest time for this version of the map. As far as I know, there is no big skip on this one. And I almost lost the whole thing there. I had to save it with a little dive. But it was a quick one. Non-stop slide, eh? One of my least favourite levels of this, but I'm still going to show it off. Because I can rage at it. First of all, it's not non-stop. You stop a lot. There's a lot of things stopping you. Most of this level is completely fine. I'm okay with it. The end royally sucks. It is so terrible. I hate the end. The amount of times I have had an incredible run on this level, and I get to the end, and just randomness. Randomness everywhere. I don't know what to do. There's probably some real, like, fine-tuning thing to do at the end to not die. Do I know what it is? I've got no idea. I'm sorry. But the rest of this level is basically free. It's really easy. And then you get to this, the last checkpoint. You'll see this a lot. You keep coming back, because now we have obstacles everywhere. There's boom blasters, there's bouncers, there's punches, and then there's this stupid blocker thing at the end. There's 2 blasters here as well. I hate it. I don't even have any words. Sorry. Okay, this one is weirdly named. This is Reborn Digi X2 Love X2 Guys Reverse. I don't know what that means. This person had quite a few levels, I think, in Unexplored Adventures, or at least like 2 or 3. They had the Reborn with the wind one as well. And they like to throw in some really challenging sections, which is just rude. As you can see, I was playing it incredibly safe there, because I'd been hit off by that ball an embarrassing amount of times. So I've got a few tricks on how to beat this level, because it is not easy to figure out. See, there's a ball power up there. I have no idea how you get that, or if it even helps. And this section's horrible. The way to get over this section is like that. That's the bit people struggle with the most. You can actually jump between the things, but it takes so long to do that that's the fastest way. A really odd level, but kind of inventive, I guess. I love this level. This is one of my favourite ones to speedrun. It's a real challenge. There's a lot of stuff to avoid and kind of learn where it is. But this is Hyperspace Highway. And it's so cool. It's really fun. You can complete it incredibly quickly once you get a good route. That was the one thing that slowed me down this time, that hammer. But still, it was the fastest chance I got. Because there's just so many obstacles to get in your way. And you got to be really careful with the timing as well. This ending is crazy. But I think it's fair to say I zoomed through that one pretty quickly. This is the last level I'm going to showcase this video. It's a long one, so enjoy it. I really hate this level. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Blue Blur Champ YT. BBC YT. Oh, that's not a good acronym. No, it's fine, it's fine. It's the British Broadcasting Cooperation. Whatever. Why is cooperation difficult to say? It's the morning, okay? I'm recording this early in the morning. There's too much randomness in this level. And it's just too big. It's okay. But I did at least manage to get a quite quick time through this. I was like in the top quarter of all the players for speed through this level, I think, something like that. I could show the leaderboard thing in the video here, but I'm too lazy to open that software back up again and show you. Sorry, you just have to take my word for it. I think it's I think you can go onto it on full analytics or something and see the leaderboard on there. I don't know entirely how it works, but whoever made the mod for it is amazing. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. That's some fast times through some levels. See you in the next one soon, which is going to be all the ball levels. Goodbye.